I want you to start by asking you about vaccine hesitancy among white evangelicals, where I believe about a quarter say they're hesitant and won't get the vaccine. Can you tell me what's fueling that hesitance?
Well, I think there are a lot of people in the secular world who assume that the hesitancy is coming from theological distinctives to evangelical Christianity. And there are some people who will say things along the lines of, God will protect me, I don't need a vaccine. Mostly, though, that's in the prosperity gospel, health and wealth form of Pentecostalism, in my experience. Much more so, what's going on in your typical evangelical church is the same thing that you will find in some other sectors of American life, which is sorting through misinformation, trying to figure out what's true and what's false. And I hear from pastors often who are saying, I'm trying to encourage my people to be vaccinated, showing them all the things that we can do together if we are. But there's a great deal of misinformation that comes through on social media feeds and sometimes cable news networks. And that simply is much more time in the week than an hour or 2 hours on Sunday.
Pastors also have a very powerful voice. Is it incumbent on them, in your view, to encourage their congregants to get vaccinated?
Yes, and I think they are. I think there are many people who assume that pastors are the problem, and that's not what I'm finding. I'm finding pastors actually on the front lines in their communities, encouraging their people to be vaccinated, but also ministering to people when they're sick in their community. So it's not pastors. I think instead it's the sort of conspiracy theorizing that comes across social media, along with just a sense of uncertainty. I don't encounter many people in evangelical life, at least who are churchgoers, who are anti-vaxxers. But I do encounter a lot who are just wondering, who do I trust and what do I believe? And so sometimes that takes a long time.
So are there stronger messages that politicians and health officials could be giving to reach these groups who are remaining uncertain?
I don't know what they could be, because I think that almost every form of communication has been tried and is continuing to be tried. And one of the things I think that is moving the needle a little bit more than anything else is the experience of seeing great suffering. Sadly, many people are seeing people that believed themselves to be invulnerable getting sick or dying. And there's a great deal of concern about that. So that, I think, is having more of a motivating factor than even all of the public service announcements and information that we can get.